Hey guys, it's Toni, and of course I'm one half of the Fleeky twins. So first and foremost, if you're not, make sure you go ahead and subscribe to the channel. We want you guys to become a Fleek, and we want you guys to be updated on what we're posting. Today I have a review for you guys on the Tartellete Toasted Eyeshadow Palette by Tarte. I don't know if it's Tarte or Tarte, but we're gonna go with Tarte today in this video. So I'm going to be reviewing this palette today for you guys. There are 12 shades in here. This is definitely a warm palette. Let me get that close for you guys so you can see. With some cute names: S'more, Sunrise, Sunset, Crackle, Cashmere, Warmth, Flame, Cozy, Candle, Latte, Simmer, and Fireside. So it's a very warm palette. I thought the colors were cute, so I decided to pick it up and review it for you guys. So if you guys want to see how I achieved this cute look using the Tartellete Toasted palette by Tarte, make sure you guys keep watching. Okay guys, so I'm going to start out by priming my eyelids, and I'm going to use the LA Girl Pro Concealer in the shade Warm Honey. This is going to play as my eyeshadow primer. And then I'm going to take my Morphe M173 brush just to blend this concealer out. I really like this brush. I really recommend that you guys go and get it. You can use it for so many different things. So moving on, I'm taking the shade Cashmere from the Tartellete palette, and I'm going to use this shade just to set that concealer that I put on my eyelids. So now I'm going to take the shade Cozy from the Tartellete palette, and I'm going to apply that to my crease. This is going to be my transition color, and I'm using my Sigma E40 Taper blending brush to do this. I did have to go back into the palette a couple of times to really build this color up. At first I thought these colors were pigmented, but from watching the footage now, I see that it was kind of hard for me to build the colors up. I did eventually get them to where I wanted them to be, but it did take me quite a while. So now I'm going to dip into this shade Fireside, and I'm going to pop that into my deep crease. And I'm going to use my Morphe M139 brush to do this. It was really hard for me to blend this color out, and I didn't know if it was because of the brush I was using or if it was because of the palette, but this color was really hard for me to get onto my lid, but I did eventually get it. Now I'm taking this shade Crackle, which is like this pretty brown shade with shimmer in it, and I'm going to apply that to my eyelid. I'm using my Morphe B83 brush to apply this. This color was the most pigmented of the three. It did have some fallout, but I was able to work with that when I put my concealer on. I'll talk about this a little later on in the video. Now I'm taking my favorite concealer of all time, the Kat Von D Lock It Cream Concealer in the shade D33 to highlight. And I'm going to use my Beat Up Beauty Blender to blend this out. Don't talk about me, y'all. I know it looks crazy, but it works so good. I'm just so mad it's all beat up like this. But I do want you guys to notice that once you put the concealer, everything looks so clean. The eyeshadow, like, instantly just looks so good. It does a great job of cleaning up those corners to make the eyeshadow look really crisp. And I really like that. So I'm just going to keep applying my concealer. So now I'm going to mix my Laura Mercier Translucent Loose Setting Powder and my Ben Nye Powder in the shade Camel to set under my eyes. I'm using my e.l.f. blush brush to apply this powder. I really like to mix these two because I feel like it gives me my perfect shade. I feel like it really matches with the concealer. And I'm just going to take this and go ham on my forehead because this is where I produce the most shine. On top of my eyebrows, I get really shiny. I don't know if anybody else is like that, so I like to go ham there. And I also like to put it around my mouth because I go dark there. And I feel like when I set it with this powder, it helps to reverse that. Now I'm going to take my Shea Moisture Illuminating Mineral Bronzer in the shade Dusk and my Sigma F05 Small Contour Brush to contour my face. I'm going in. I'm going in. I love a contour. I'm going in. I'm bored watching myself, guys. So I'm still contouring. I'm going to contour my big old forehead. My 5 head, as I like to call it, is so long. So I'm just going to contour this bad boy real quick. So I like to go back in with my beauty blender just to blend out any harsh lines between my contour and my highlight. I also do this on my cheeks because sometimes I bring my contour up too high, so this helps to bring it back down. And I'll take that extra concealer on my beauty blender and drag that underneath my contour just to make it look a little bit more sharp. Now I'm taking my Black Radiance pressed powder in the shade Ebony in this little fish brush that I have that doesn't have a name to contour my nose. I believe I got it from iKate House. I really like it for this purpose. This is the only thing I use it for. I'm pretty sure there are other ways to use it. Now I'm taking my Scandalized Waterproof Kohl Kajal Eyeliner in black to line my waterline. I really like this eyeliner. It really is waterproof and it really does last. I'm not a really big eyeliner fan, but I really do like this eyeliner. Sorry that it was kind of off camera. But moving on, I'm taking my L'Oreal Telescopic Mascara. This is one of the best drugstore mascaras and I am applying that to my bottom lashes. This mascara is so good. Trust me. Now I'm going to apply my Salon Perfect Go Glam eyelashes using my Duo Brush On Glue. And I actually did not do bad putting this on camera. And as you'll see in like 5 seconds, I was super happy about that. Like, super happy. Go girl, go girl. This is where you can see I was so happy. Now I'm going to take Fireside from the Tartellete Palette again, and I'm just going to smudge that on my bottom lash line just to give me a little pop of color down there. Now I'm going to take this generic brown lip pencil and line my lips with that. I think I got this from the beauty supply store, so any brown lip pencil you see in a beauty supply store will really suffice. Now I'm going to take my NYX matte lipstick in the color Shy and apply that all over my lips. It looks crazy at first. I look like powder mouth, but it all comes together nicely. Trust me. It looks kind of wild, but I made it work. I'm giving my skin some life with the Mario Badescu Aloe Herbs and Rosewater Spray, and I'm taking my Wild and Radiant palette to highlight. This is my all-time favorite palette. I don't know if it'll ever stop being my favorite. I literally just bought a new one like the other day, and I wasn't even done the one that I had. But I'm going to highlight with it, you know, get the tear ducts. I'm going to get my brow bone. I'm going to get the top of my cheeks. I'm going to get the top of my lips. I'm going to shine, baby, shine. Now that hair all done, I'm just gonna whip this scarf off and give you guys the best slow motion you've ever seen. Yes, girl. Yes. Hello. Hi. Fix the hair. Give a little profile, a little side. Yes, honey. Yes. I don't know who I thought I was, but I'm about to come back to you guys in 3, 2. Okay, guys, so I got a chance to comb my hair out. Excuse my whole doobie wrap look or whatever I had going on. I just didn't feel the need to comb my hair down before the video started. I was being lazy, but I just want to say my final thoughts on this palette. I think that the colors are really pretty. I created more of a smoky eye today, something dark and sensual and sexy, but so many looks can be created with this palette. I've seen so many other looks with this, like using the lighter colors and just putting like a little bit of shimmer in the middle. For me, though, today I use these 3 down the end. Overall, I like the palette. I think that my eyeshadow came out really pretty, and I'm not even like an eyeshadow connoisseur. Like, I know how to do eyeshadow, but I'm not nice with it. So for my eyeshadow to come out really good, like this was good. And I had no idea what look I was going for. This is my first time using the palette, and it came out really good. This palette does retail, I believe, for $46, which is a little pricey, but there are 12 colors in here and you could create so many looks. They even give you like a little slip inside that shows you, I think they show you 2 different type of looks you could go for on the eye, but there's so many different looks you could use with this palette. I did mean to use Sunset in my tear ducts, but I ended up just using my Wild and Radiant palette because I wasn't even thinking. I feel like Sunset looks very similar to what I have there, so that's definitely a color that you could just pop right into your tear ducts just to give yourself a little pop. I will say it was a little hard for me to move around the shade Fireside, which is this kind of like a dark brown, dark purple color. It was kind of hard for me to blend that, but it might be due to the brush that I use. I'm not really sure. I use this Morphe M139 brush, which I mentioned, and might be that, which is why the purple is kind of like hard to blend out. And also I did have some fallout from the shade Crackle, which is like a brown shade that has shimmer in it. That's it right here. And so I did have some fallout from that shade. It's not the worst. That's why I do my my concealer and everything after I do my foundation. That way if I have fallout, I could just put the concealer right over it and it's like whatever. But other than that, I do like the palette. I would give it about an 8. I liked it. It was kind of hard for me to move that dark purple around, but I mean, eventually I did end up moving it around. So yeah, guys, it's a thumbs up for me on this eyeshadow palette. If you were thinking about going and getting it, go and get it, homegirl, because it's cute. And I will be using this in more videos to come, just to show you the versatility that comes with the palette. So yes, like I said at the beginning of this video, make sure you guys go ahead and subscribe. Thank you guys so much for clicking this video, and I will see you in my next one. Mwah.